Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, finally get to Maiden, the HANGAR NINE J-3 CUB 10CC. Got a 5000 Smart Pack G2 in there, and we'll talk about after the flight why there's a big black stripe on the wing. Let's take her up and put this thing in the air. Let's get the Maiden taken care of. Now this is going to be the maiden flight, so I'll just be trimming her out. Going to take off my high rates. We'll talk about all the rates and everything afterwards. Timer set for 8 minutes. Right, left, up, down, right, left. All right. Kind of windy, but it's right down the runway. Overcast day. So that big yellow should be fine. That big yellow plane should show up real well. Dear Lord, be with me. Yeah, there's a story behind the attempted Maiden the other day and why I have a big black stripe on that wing. But I actually like the way it looks. All right. Okay, a little nervous. You're always nervous.
Starting the fun over.
You're always nervous your first time you ever start flying a plane, especially on a Maiden. Now this is a Cub, so you gotta be on that rudder. Wow, she got up in the air quickly. All right, now I'm in manual mode because I don't have any kind of a stabilization or anything on right now. Okay, a little bit of up elevator, not a lot. All right.
AS3X mode.
AS3X is now on. Got a little bit of a light drizzle happening, but it's not too bad.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
Yeah, I got the AS3X turned on now. Not self-level. All right. All right, now let's. Very little pressure needed to hold inverted. All right. Remember, work your rudder into your turns, otherwise that tail will drag around. All right, I'm gonna turn it. All right, cut the power. I'm just no power. And look at that, she just starts gliding forward. All right, let's do that again with the wind and see what she does. All right, gliding along, lose power. What does she do? She just starts slowly descending. So that's excellent. All right. Now work your rudder into your turn. And I like to manually do it.
Remaining 6 minutes.
I mean, yeah, I could work a mix in there, but I like to manually do that. That way I know the feel. All right, I wasn't planning on a grass landing, but perfect landing. Since we already landed in the grass, let's go back out there and we'll take off in the grass. Full up elevator while you're in that grass. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
Knife edge all day long. I'm up high because I don't know this plane that well yet. Whenever if he skips in the video, it's because we've lost the plane went out of focus.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Getting kind of windy now. Working that rudder into my turn. All right, let's take off from here. See just how quickly we can get up off the ground here. Beautiful. Bring it right at us. What an easy flying, predictable Cub. Looks beautiful in the air.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
And plenty big, so I can see it really well. And actually my black stripe, I'm going to put that black stripe on the underside, I think. It's got a huge presence in the air. Knife edge. Oh man, what a sweet flying plane. Sweet flying plane. Crab it on in there a little bit. Do a touch and go. There we go, or more of a tap and go. Knife edge.
ESC 21.4 volts.
All right.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
That was my first warning on the ESC. All right, we'll go around one more time. We're going to do a big loop, and then we're going to land it. All right. All right. Well, I can hear the wind going through them jury struts. Did you catch that loop okay? All right, good. Beautiful plane. All right, we're gonna do one more takeoff and landing.
1 minute. ESC 21.5 volts.
Now I don't have my telemetry set up correctly. Oh man, that's how you do it. You hold off at the very end and then let that tail kind of pull you into the... All right, we're going to start to rain again, so we're going to have to go underneath the canopy here and do an after battery report, after flight, and then the after flight maiden. And I got the word maiden as a big question mark. Bear with me.
Prop is secured.
All right. First off, when I said maiden with a question mark, I know what I told you at the beginning of the video. I came out here the day before yesterday, and my precious camera baby had to work, and I was so anxious to fly it. Brought it out here to do the maiden, and I had her on my little portable, there's a bunch of people here, and I had her on my little portable plane stand, okay, and I was off about 10 feet away fixing the camera, okay, getting it ready to do an introduction because I was by myself as far as filming, and a gust of wind came and blew the plane. It was all assembled off of its plane stand. This wing went up and then fell into the corner of a different stand, but it hit right here on this kind of a stand. Well, that board went through this top of this wing and cracked one of those ribs, and of course broke the covering. Didn't go all the way through the other side, you know. So I'm thinking, here I am out here getting ready to do the maiden flight on this thing. You know, I'm going to do it by myself because I just can't wait. Well, I paid for my impatience. And I don't have any of the yellow monocoat, and I wanted to get this plane flying. And then I remembered I had all these black decal material that just peel and stick, and you measure them to cut. And I'm thinking that would look perfect. So I cut out the damaged section, repaired the rib, fixed the wood, CA'd the glue, made sure the rib's all nice and structurally sound. And then I recovered that whole stripe there, that section, with that black material, and then I used my heat gun to adhere it, make it nice and tight, and now it looks really nice. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm proud of this repair. It looks really good, and I'll be honest, I like that black stripe. That really helped me with orientation. I'm thinking about taking that black stripe and put it on the underside also, just for this wing. That way you got, you know, your right from left. Well, anyways, and that's why it has a black stripe, and I paid for my impatience trying to get y'all a maiden really quick. But that was the maiden. She flew great. She flew great. I'm so pumped and so happy. And yeah. Now that very, very happy. Now the battery hatch is very, very tight, and even with my it just, I mean, it fits in there tightly. All right, I got a G2 battery, so you can't check it the old-fashioned way. And like I said, I don't have the telemetry. According to the telemetry, the battery's about dead. But in all actuality, I'm at 33%, which is perfect. So 8 minutes, I was 31 seconds shy, I had 33% left. So in a full 8 minutes, fly the way you want, and no problem, you'll come back at 25% on a 5,000. But let me show you placement real quick, and honey, you'll have to come over here because it's just too big of a plane. All right, placement to get perfect CG is about 1/3 of the battery fits underneath there. So you see, I haven't moved these straps, and this is where it fits perfectly right there to get CG. All right, now let me show you where CG is on this plane. CG is 78 to 95 millimeters back from the leading edge of the wing, or 3.5 inches. So if you take a grown man's finger, put it all the way in, and then extend it just a little bit further, if you'll take your full finger, and then where your finger ends, okay, where your finger ends is perfect CG right there. So, and that puts it So I didn't want to mark the plane. If you look at the very top of the plane, you see where this, where the receiver hatch is. Your CG is basically perfectly level, even with this area here. So if you put your finger back there, and you can kind of eyeball it, you know, well, it's windy now, and that makes CG just about perfect right there. Alrighty, now, honey, if you'll go back there and film this way, that way they can see the rates. All right, now the rates that I flew in, the regular plane rates, flew in my high rates, aileron 100%, 30% expo, rudder elevator, same, 100%, 100%, 30% expo, rudder, same, 100%, 30% expo. That's my high rates, okay? My mid rates are 85 over 30 all the way around, and my low are 70%, 30% expo all the way around. So 100, 85, and 70. I only flew in my high rates. Now my AS, no flaps. I do have it set up for can't think of it, flaperons, but I'm not going to use it. If she slows down just fine, there's no need to have it. All right, so I'm not even going to talk about it. Forward programming. My AS3X settings are at one-time gain sensitivity. My gains are at the default on roll, pitch, and yaw of 40, 50, and 60. So I didn't change that any, and she felt great like that. Priorities are all at the default of 140 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Okay, did nothing with heading. Stop lock, default, 35, 35, 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And then the release rate, default, 55, 55, 75 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Alrighty. To go over a few features of the plane, you have this front top loader, and it fits very tight. Now I might put some little bit of oil or something aside to get that. You load from the top. You have your pilot. I have him velcroed into the very back. You have a quick release. If you watch my build, I have a quick release on the receiver hatch here. So you can reach in there, pull the pin. This comes out. You can pull your pilot up. You got 2 nylon bolts that just screw in, screw out. You got the drop-in pins with the cotter pins, two on either side. Put your jury struts, fold them down, put the protective covers back on, and that's how you take the wing off, and then repeat the process, putting the wing back on. But folks, I want to tell you, this is such a fun plane to fly, and it's very very predictable. Now it's a Cub, okay, and with all Cubs, you know, you're going to need to work a little bit of rudder in your turn when you turn, because that tail's going to drag around. But other than that, which that's just something to Cub, this is a great flying plane. If you're okay with the price, okay, and you got a couple planes underneath your belt, this could be a beginner plane. It is that easy. The only thing that makes it not a beginner plane is the price and the size and the battery, the big old 6S batteries. Flew great on a 5S. I don't think I'd go any further, and I have it on the 6S prop, which is the smaller of the 2 props. And folks, I am very, very happy. Let me pick this plane up so you can see it. Come out there, okay. You can get a size. I'm 5'9", 5'10" on a good day, and you can just see how beautiful this plane is. It's a good sized plane. You can definitely see it in the sky. Looks good, got a big presence. I'm very, very pleased with it. And I like my stripe. I'm actually I'm sorry it had to get hurt to do that, but I like that stripe. I think it looks good on there. All right, folks, well, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. Jesus, thank you for a good condition to fly this plane. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, God is good. And J-3 Cubs 10cc from Hangar 9. Bye, y'all.